Hey everyone, it's Insko here. Welcome back to another video. Today's a Monday video, so I'm doing something a little bit different. A couple of weeks ago over on my Instagram, I asked you to ask me some questions for this Q&A video. I've got about 50 questions to go through today, which is a lot more than I expected. I'm not going to try and pronounce usernames either because I'll just butcher all of them. Before we get into the questions though, I wanted to announce that I'm releasing a song this Friday. It's called Nothing I Felt Before. It's a melodic bass track. I'm really proud of this song and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it when it comes out. If you want to do me a big favor and go and pre-save it on Spotify, there's a link in the description and it's also pinned as a comment. Takes about 30 seconds to do. All you have to do is log in with your Spotify. Let's get into the Q&A. The first question says, ever thought of improving your music in any way, whether songwriting, mixing, or live sets? Yeah, so I mean, everything that you mentioned there, I want to get better at. I feel like as a music producer at the moment, I still feel like I'm at my start. I still have a lot to learn and I'm actually sitting on like 7 songs at the moment, which I'm just working on, which is really nice because I never do that. And as for live sets, I want to be hopefully doing some live sets in 2023. This next question is, what's the strats to make good vids? I mean, first of all, thank you for thinking that my videos are good. And to answer the question, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I've done YouTube for like over 10 years, so I guess I have a little bit of experience when it comes to like editing and stuff. But yeah, it depends on a lot of things. It all depends on like the content and everything like that. But yeah, I really don't have like a go-to plan. Can we see some Insko remixes in the future? I want to say yes. Well, I mean, you definitely will see some kind of remixes in the future. If you knew how many songs I tried to remix this year, I must have tried to remix about 20 songs and just never finished them. This person says, how do you process your chord stacks? So I'm not going to get too complicated because if you're not a music producer, I don't want this video to be boring. But layering is always a good thing. And I've also figured out that having like a really good sounding mid bass and layering a bunch of mid bass adds a lot to those kind of sounds. This person says, nothing, just let you know because of you I found the melodic bass genre, so thank you so much. That's actually really cool. I still find it weird that people discover artists or like their new favorite songs because I done a reaction to that artist or a certain song. What inspired you to start making reaction videos? I'll be completely honest, nothing. Myself, I don't really watch a lot of like reaction videos, whether that be people reacting to like random TikToks or like movie trailers and stuff. I literally just made an album reaction to Elenium's album Fallen Embers when it came out because I was like, I'm listening to this for the first time. I want to record my reaction and just throw it online and see what people think. I had no idea that that would be the start of me doing reactions all the time and becoming a reaction channel, but I'm really enjoying it at the moment. Do you watch anime? If so, what do you watch? I don't actually watch any anime. I've never really watched anime. I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender when I was a kid, if that counts, but I was probably about 10, so I don't really remember it. But with that being said, I do have some friends that watch anime, and I'm not against it in any way, so if you watch anime and you want to recommend 1 or 2, let me know. Tips for someone who wants to get into producing EDM. Myself, I learned like the majority of what I know from just watching tutorials online and practicing. I have also studied music at college and uni, but for me anyway, it really hasn't benefited me a lot when it comes to producing. Feedback is a big thing as well. Even just like going on Twitch and just sending someone your song and seeing what they think can help. I think those are definitely the big things. This person asks, any giveaways or remix contests to help out your subs? I don't have any planned other than if we hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, I was going to do like a somewhat big giveaway then. So, you know, if you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate that. As for remix contests, I've done a few of them. I really enjoyed going through and listening to like everyone's versions of my song. And I definitely will be doing more of those in the future. If there was one festival / EDM venue you could go to, what would it be? One venue that always stands out to me because it's so unique and I just love the look of it is Red Rocks. Not only would it be an incredible venue to just go and watch someone play there, but I think if I was to ever DJ there, it would be insane. That's like a goal of mine, I guess. Who is your favorite non-EDM artist? That is a good question because I don't listen to EDM every day. But I think favorite non-EDM artist, I mean, I really like Eden. He's a great singer. I think he produces as well. And there was this guy who I came across on TikTok. I think his name was like Zach Greer or something like that. He's been good in my playlist at the moment. What is your oldest memory? That's a very good question. I have no idea off the top of my head. I would say my oldest memory is probably just driving around, like seeing family and stuff with my mum and just listening to like rock music. She used to be really into like 30 Seconds of Mars and Fall Out Boy and stuff like that. How do you put out your music on places like Spotify? So I use a distributor called DistroKid, and it's like a yearly paid thing, but they give you 100% of your royalties. I'll leave a little affiliate link in the description, so if you do want to sign up to DistroKid, if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit. Obviously, this isn't a sponsored thing at all, but I prefer DistroKid over other distributors just because it's really easy to use. You can literally take your song, click the upload button, and then just schedule a date, and it will distribute it to all of those big music streaming services. How much do you earn from music? Obviously, I'm not going to tell you an exact figure, mainly because I don't really have an exact figure, but it's really not a lot. People always think that it's a lot more than it is. I'll put like a little figure on the screen of how much you actually earn per play on Spotify. So yeah, it's a very minuscule amount, and I think, you know, getting money from Spotify, you're only really going to be looking at getting a decent amount of money when you're having like hundreds of thousands or millions of streams on a song. How did it all start? That's a very overall question, but I guess music, I've liked music ever since I was a kid, and then I grew up and got interested in making music. I started to do like Monster Cat mashups of like different Monster Cat songs and stuff, and from there I then had a friend who was making music in FL Studio, and then he showed me loads of stuff, and I kind of spiraled down from there. In terms of YouTube, like I briefly said before, I've been doing it since I was about 10 years old. I've had like 5 different YouTube channels, and 4 of those were gaming channels. I feel like I've come a long way, even though I really haven't. So this question's a little bit different. It says, what inspired you to start making music, and have your inspirations changed over time? One of the biggest things that inspired me to start making music was like a family friend who he done some like drum and bass DJing, and he had a USB stick full of like loads of EDM songs that he gave me. And then that's when I kind of discovered EDM, and I found artists like Martin Garrix and all of those bigger people. Also came across Monster Cat then as well. And have my inspirations changed over time? I'd say they have. I feel like now that I know what kind of music I'm enjoying making, which is like melodic bass and melodic dubstep stuff, my inspirations are more kind of tailored towards those kind of artists. And that is why I got my Martin Garrix tattoo, because it's like, because of him, I started making music technically. But now I feel like my biggest inspirations are probably like Elenium and Nurko and like those kinds of artists, because they inspire me to make the music that I make. This person asks, your favorite artist? I mean, it's probably obvious, but my favorite artist right now is Elenium. This person says, hey Insko, what release were you really hyped for, but ultimately you were let down the final release? I don't actually know off the top of my head. I guess the Slander album, if that counts. I mean, I wasn't really that excited for it anyway, because I didn't think I'd like a lot of it, and I didn't. Would you consider doing a reacting or ranking songs from Alan Walker? It's surprising that I actually haven't done a reaction or anything to do with Alan Walker yet. I don't really listen to Alan Walker, to be honest, but he is kind of on my radar, and at some point I will do videos to do with Alan Walker in the future, whether it be reacting to new songs or doing like a tier list or something. I've seen lots of your reaction videos and they're sick AF, but do you like big room techno tracks? Thank you, I appreciate that. Techno stuff, I don't really listen to. I'd say like the closest thing to techno is like some house music. Favorite song at the moment? I mean, my favorite song that came out on Friday right now is Worst Day. That or the new Aiden Foyer song. Both of those I done song reaction videos to, by the way, if you want to go check those out. What is your favorite synth plugin? Let us hear a bit of it. In terms of synth, I think I just mostly use Serum, but then I do like a bunch of post-processing to it. So I don't think there's really much point me showing you a bit of it, because it kind of always changes depending on the song. Working on an EP? Now, I'm not going to say I am working on an EP, but I'm not gonna say that I'm not. Like I said before, I've got a lot of songs that I'm working on at the moment. I'm not planning to do anything, but who knows what the future holds. Can you show us your first FL project? I will, but I'm not going to in this video. I was thinking of doing this for like a video in the future at some point. Dream collab? Probably Elenium, but then again, I mean, like any big melodic artist that I would be able to learn a lot off, I would say are dream collabs. Where do you think your sound is at right now? I feel like I'm not right at the beginning where I don't know what I'm doing, but I also don't know what I'm doing. I just need a lot of practice and feedback and just learning. I wish I didn't have uni or work so that I could have more time to learn. Are you in college? If so, what are you studying? So I'm not in college. I'm actually in uni at the moment and I'm studying music. I'd done music in college for 3 years and now I'm doing music at uni for 3 years. I just started my 2nd year. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it at the moment. It is not what I want to do at all. And even though I probably shouldn't be, I'm debating dropping out because I'm just not enjoying it. It's not even that I'm not enjoying doing assignments and stuff. It's literally that it's not helping me progress in the places that I want to progress. Do you plan to make more mashup / edits again? Yeah, so those of you that don't know, I done a little mashup a couple of months ago of an Millennium song. I don't really do them anymore simply because I just don't have the time to do them anymore. Would I do more in the future though? If I have the time, I'd love to. How do you see your channel in 5 years? I feel like I would probably be doing the same thing, but maybe just like better. I don't want this YouTube channel to just be a reaction channel, which is why I've started doing these Monday videos where there's something a little bit different, but still kind of music related. I've always wanted this YouTube thing to kind of be like, no matter what I post here, I want it to be music related and tie in with the fact that I am an artist myself. If I'm all of a sudden doing DJ sets in different countries or whatever, I'd probably end up doing vlogs or something. But honestly, who knows? I have no idea. I'm enjoying what I'm doing at the moment though. Why do you think melodic bass is not that popular in the UK? Honestly, I have no idea. I think the UK right now is just obsessed with drum and bass and grime. That seems to be the majority of it. Or indie music, actually. There's quite a lot of that too. I would love for there to be more of a melodic bass scene over here because then we'd get more of the bigger melodic bass artists touring here. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think melodic bass in general is just most popular in America. Okay, this person asks 3 questions. The first one is top 3 artists you want to see live but haven't. You know what's kind of crazy? The people that I immediately thought of I've seen this year, which I'm very thankful to have seen. I saw Millennium, I saw the Chainsmokers, I saw Fred again. I mean, I've seen a lot of artists this year. But I guess like the other melodic bass artists like Nurko and Jason Ross and Midas and all of those like bigger artists like William Black, all of those, any of those, I would like to see any of those. Favorite genres outside of EDM? That one we already answered earlier, pretty much, kind of. Genres, I guess like indie or pop. I don't really know. And finally, favorite game. I'll be honest, I don't really play a lot of games at the moment. But I guess if I had to choose one, I'd say Fortnite. I've probably played a decent amount of that recently if I do play games. But then like favorite game in general, like the one that I've probably spent the most amount of hours on is probably Minecraft because I've been playing it since I was about 9. Is it your dream to be a touring artist or full-time YouTuber? Now, you guys are not going to like the answer to this question, but I've always said artist first, YouTube second. But with that being said, I would love to be able to do both. Like I was saying a minute ago, if I'm able to like tour as an artist and then somehow make YouTube content with that, whether it be like vlogs or something or like on the road reactions. And the thing is as well, right now I'm doing everything myself. I'm like making my own music, releasing it, promoting it, recording these videos, editing them, uploading them. Like I am my own team. And if I ever was a touring artist, I'm sure I'd have a bit more of an actual team. So I would just be able to like whip my phone out, record something, and then get someone else to edit and upload it. So that would make it possible as well. What was your motivation for creating your YouTube channel and are you enjoying it? Motivation, I like I said, I just kind of done YouTube since I was like 10. I guess that's my motivation. And am I enjoying it? 100%. It's amazing. I'm loving it right now. At which age would you choose music as a career and how would you manage it with studying? I think that's what you're trying to say. If you mean when did I choose music as a career, then I haven't chosen music as a career. It's still a passion at the moment. And in terms of managing that with studying, I don't know how I do it. I have assignments due in like a month and haven't started anything. So I just kind of take every day as it comes. Top 5 dubstep producers. I have no idea because I feel like I don't really listen to dubstep a lot other than the ones that I react to. Your favorite food? I'd probably say pizza is my favorite. I mean, I have a margarita pizza. I'm pretty boring. And the final question is, when is the country album dropping? I don't know how you knew I was planning on making a country album, but at some point soon. And with that being said, that's all of the questions answered. Thank you so much for asking the questions. If you want to ask me any questions for the next Q&A, just drop a comment down below asking me and I'll reply in a Q&A in a couple of months or something. Doesn't have to be music related. You can make it a bit fun or random. I don't mind. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. Like I said in the beginning, I got a new song coming out this Friday called Nothing I Felt Before. And if you want to go and pre-save it, there's a link in the description and also pinned as a comment. I'd really appreciate it. But my name is Insko and I hope you have a great week.